Mr. Jones, you've taken a walk through today with President Mr. Hines. What is your assessment of the work that has to be completed by July?
Well, basically the walkthrough that we done this morning is to get a feel, in a sense, a good sense in terms of all of the work that needs to be done. Indeed, as Mr. Hines said, there is upgrading of the washroom facility, the locker room, and so forth. What is good is that last year we actually had commenced external work, as you noticed, the paint job and so forth. So the continuation is going to be intensified long before the tournament is had here in Guyana. Of course, the significance of the tournament cannot be underscored. And of course, as mentioned by Mr. Hines again, this is a collaborative effort between the football fraternity, the government of Guyana, and of course the National Sports Commission will be playing a major role in it. We see a collaborative effort being had with corporate Guyana in lending support to ensure the accommodation, transportation, meals, and so forth for the teams that are coming in Guyana. Because essentially in July, because of this tournament, Guyana will be on show. And of course, you know, as host country, we in turn, will put our best foot forward to ensure that the accommodation, the facility is of international standard.
I know, of course, you won't have figures at hand, right? But can you give me an average as to how much you're willing to spend to bring this facility to the level and to international standard as you would have propagated soon as you took office?
All right. Well, but you are right. I don't actually have an estimate in terms of the amount of work has to be done. But as much as possible that the National Sports Commission could, in terms of its allocation that it's had, we will utilize those resources. And of course, we will tap into other ministries for assistance. For example, the Ministry of Social Cohesion, because of course, you know, where there's sports, it brings people together, Guyanese of all walks of life. Of course, we want to collaborate with the Ministry of Public Works to utilize some of their resource personnel within their ambit as well to ensure that we get these works finished.
Okay, we have noticed the facilities is really dilapidated in some cases. In some instances, equipment are there and they're not used, or they are sidelined, they're damaged, and the place is in a bad state. You will spend millions to get this up to par. What measure would you put in place to ensure that the facility is well taken care of and maintained?
Well, in terms of the equipment that you would have seen, this would be from the previous admin. And of course, you note that government had initiated a forensic audit that is still currently ongoing. Those pieces are still there. After the completion of that audit, we will be able to do an assessment to see the ones that are usable, and of course those that cannot be used will be disposed of. But of course, this is in keeping with the audit and the completion of same. The supervisors of not only this location but all of the locations, we have had several meetings with them to remind them of their responsibility of the facilities, to remind them that these facilities are essentially public property, and of course the access and accessibility of the sporting discipline and so forth is of paramount. In terms of maintaining it, because the cost is burdened by the people of Guyana, and of course those supervisors at these locations have to take, it has to be noted with them that they have that responsibility to ensure that the state property and the property of the people of Guyana are maintained.
You've done work on several of the facilities, a more extensive work here, and you're starting here again because of the coming of the basketball tournament. After you would have finished cash here, which other facility are you planning on upgrading to international standard?
But currently, as we speak, upgrading is being had at the National Aquatic Center and the gymnasium and the sports hall. In fact, and at the resource center. These upgraded were started since last year. Keeping in mind that most major works are done under the capital budget. And of course, you would have had to project the works that you need to be done at least a year in advance. That being said, the works in terms of preparation for the CBC games, these works will be done under our current line, which is more limited. But of course, we will focus more attention to the sports hall to ensure that those works are completed under the current expenditure.
Thank you, gentlemen. Can you give me a shake hand, please?